Red cabbage is a very frequent side dish in Germany, and there are basically two variations, a hearty one and a sweeter one. I want to show you the hearty one today. So here's the funny story about my YouTube channel. It all started with red cabbage. I was just doing my little blog to share my recipes with some friends here in Texas, and I thought, oh, let's make a video so it's, better to follow the recipe. And I videotaped it, did a voiceover for that, put it on YouTube, and I totally forgot about it. Then 2 years later, I looked at that YouTube channel and I realized that a lot of people had watched that video and really liked it. So that's when I got the idea to make some more videos, and here I am, 160 something videos later. So today I want to show you a different version from the previous red cabbage recipe. But if you want to watch that video, it is here, but I will update it very soon. So you might find a different one in the future linked from this point. So here's what you need for today's recipe. You, of course, need some red cabbage. You need some water, some sugar, red wine vinegar, charred apples, some oil, or if you have some goose lard, 2 sticks of cinnamon, an onion, pepper, salt, 5 allspice, a bay leaf, 3 cloves, 3 juniper berries, and you also need some black currant jelly, which is basically impossible to get here. I always only get some black currant fruit spread or marmalade, which still has the seeds in it. So what I'm doing is I heat that up, put it through a sieve to remove the seeds, so I only have the jelly here. If you can't find black currant at all, blackberry could be an alternative, or anything that has a little bit of a tart taste. This recipe starts with preparing the red cabbage and the onion and the apples. So for the red cabbage, I remove the outer leaves, then I will cut it in halves and then quarters, and then I will just cut it in very, very thin stripes. If you prefer it, you can also use some kind of this tool and just shred it. I prefer to make it with a knife. Okay, and next I will prepare the apples. So in Germany we really like to peel the apples for cooking recipes. If you don't want to do that, just leave it out. I'll stick to our traditions here. So, and lastly, the onion. So, and I'm finished with the preparations, and now I'm going to start to cook at the stove behind me. So I'm just gonna heat the oil. And once that is hot, I'm adding the onions. I saute this for a little bit. And now I'm adding the red cabbage. And also the apples. Alright. So I'm sauteing this for a little bit too. And then I will add the remaining ingredients. I'm reducing the heat. And I put in all the spices. I'm adding a little bit of the sugar. I might add more later, but that will be a decision that I will make once it has cooked for a bit. A little bit of salt. That's it a little bit. Also some pepper. So this has now to boil for about 45 minutes. I add a lid. In between I will check if the liquid is still enough. I might have to add a little more water, but right now it looks good. Okay. So let's take a look here. Still boiling quite a bit. Let me stir this a little bit. Smells fantastic. So good. Okay, let's see how it tastes. Very, very delicious. So in this recipe you can clearly taste the spices that I put in here, like the juniper berries and the allspice. I will add a little more salt. I feel it's a little too less salt in here, and also a little bit of the pepper. Okay. Perfect. This is just as I like it. I have to admit though that the other red cabbage recipe that I'm doing is my absolute favorite. This is delicious too. I didn't put very much sugar in here, just a bit to, you know, take out a little bit of the sourness. But this is, yeah, it's more on the hearty side with the spices. It has a little bit of a different taste than the other recipe. Okay. I think this is ready to be served. And you can see this is really, really cooked very well. It is kind of almost mushy, but still has some structure. And it's a good idea to remove the spices if possible. Yeah, so this was the first of the 2 recipes about red cabbage that I want to publish here on this channel. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my German food community. And I hope you will tune in next week when I publish a new video.